guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Fast from Kyuujin, and today we are back again, so guys, in time for Loki, Season 2, Episode 5.
I didn't check the title of this one, but we are freaking out because last episode ended in an explosion. So we were at the TVA with Victor, who was trying to help us deal with the whole loop exploding thing. Ravonna came back with Miss Minute. They killed Dox and her crew and they decided not to follow them.
Miss Minute was so creepy about it, like, that's so fun.
Yeah. Brad decided to help them because he wanted to go back to his life, so they captured Victor. It was a whole thing where we pruned ourselves because we needed to bring us back to, you know, the first episode. We got Victor back. Red Sarah is pruned, but I have a feeling she's gonna come back somehow. We took care of Miss Minute, and then we were ready to finish this, and Victor just became spaghetti.
Yeah, Mom Spaghetti.
Yep. He went out to, you know, connect the thing he created to the loop and he just. So yeah, they looked outside the window at the whole thing exploding, and they were freaking out.
There's no time.
Yeah. This is where we are.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we will jump back in time, or someone will show up and save us, but I think it's the most likely scenario.
I mean, how would they manage to save the day without it?
Well, I think we're going back in time, I think. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll find out right away. So let's jump in this episode and see what happens next. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright, in the meantime, let's go. Where are you?
It looks like the same place as last episode ending, but he's alone. If he jumped, like in episode 1, is it a little earlier?
Maybe. Yeah, it's happening again.
This is not happening again!
Well, maybe this saved your life, man.
Hello?
That's him, right? It
Yeah,
looked like him.
It's him.
And maybe this is us a bit later, and we'll hear us say hello. But then he jumped, and he didn't end up in the same place. That's a new one. He's not going far. Oh, that's cool.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, spaghetti! Hey, boy. But where is everyone, though? Maybe, is it the fail-safe that just sent, since the TVA was getting destroyed, it just sent all the walkers? So, like, maybe the fail-safe, it's just that to save them, it sent them back to their timeline?
Maybe, I don't know.
I guess the recap showed us their lives, so we'll get to see what they were, who they were in the timeline.
Before. Interesting.
You were in prison?
Is it Alcatraz?
I think so. So we'll find Mobius on a jet ski somewhere.
Oh. Yeah, it is. Oh, is it? It's you know the Great Escape.
Yeah, that's what.
And they never found
them. I know.
This is why then.
Who are you? Casey, it's me. Please tell me you know who I am. With the boat? A boat?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about a boat. How'd you get here? I don't know how I got here. That's the problem. I don't know what's happening, Casey. Why is this guy calling you Casey? I've been calling you Frank the whole time. Frank. It is true. You said your name was Frank. It is. You gotta find your own way off this rock. Sorry, pal. Let's get it.
I am very excited to see the others.
Yeah, me
live.
too.
That would be Sylvie. Why? That's interesting how everyone, that would be, I think it was Mobius, and this theater, that's time theater? Time theater? Why? Like, even if I was assuming the employees were sent to their timeline, but Sylvie wasn't an employee.
Maybe just everybody.
But then why are we back to a timeline?
2012, was that maybe the first Avenger?
I'm gonna write a little reminder on here for you.
Which Which Marvel came out in 2012 again?
I don't remember. It could have been Avengers 1. It's been a while. Sorry. I love how he always does that. What the fuck? Yeah! Oh my god! Oh, so he didn't do it. He wishes he could have done it. He was selling them. Mobius!
What's his name? I'm guessing it isn't Mobius.
Obviously. They called his name, I think I just say. I was focusing on the...
You're here. Every day of the week except Sunday, 9 to 5. The TVA is gone. I think you mean ATV, and no, you're in luck. They're upstairs. You don't remember me either. No, I do.
Your son's on line 3.
Sorry, single dad. Give me a second.
So he does have a family here, sort of. Pasadena.
Ouroboros?
The Zartan contingent. It's really good. He's one of the greats. I read everything he does.
I'll have to check it out.
I don't need a receipt or anything.
Yeah, but I have to ring it up or...
Oh.
You.
You?
I told you to stop putting your sci-fi books on our shelf.
Oh man.
He found his calling with the TVA, I will say that. Please.
At
You're a
least
genius. You're so good, man. Undervalued.
there's a market for your type of book, man.
The fact that he wants to sell his books, so he puts them there and then he buys them, so they think, you know, you can sell them, it's
Selling,
good.
yeah.
No little heart.
What I mean, if Loki's find Ouroboros, well, not Ouroboros,
He's the
but
one we need to
he's
find.
gonna believe it.
Hey, that looks like his room at the TVA.
Yeah.
Of all of them, we needed him first.
I mean, you were meant to work at the TVA, man.
Or ask,
What I'm
do
about
something
to tell
bigger.
you.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to believe.
Of course I believe you. It's a dream come true. This reminds
They're
me
great,
of what
man.
happens in The Sons of Yoren.
What's that?
My most popular book of all time. I'm sure you can find a copy somewhere around here.
You are a writer.
Science fiction.
I'm doomed.
No, he still got the brains.
I had to get a PhD to keep my day job teaching theoretical physics at Caltech
He's a
Wait,
scientist!
you're a scientist as well? That's great.
until I can quit and write full time.
I love him!
What exactly are you trying to do?
I need to go back to before the temporal loom melted down.
It's impossible. But don't let that stop you.
Don't let that stop you.
You time travel in a place that has no time. That's not possible.
I know.
Traveling to a place that doesn't exist anymore is equally impossible. And therefore, it's something you might be able to do.
Makes total sense. Doesn't sound like science.
It does sound like fiction.
Science fiction.
You need to learn how to control your time slipping.
Yes.
Yeah. Training montage!
I can't just make it happen. It's,
Don't say that.
It's random.
You just don't know how it
It's
works.
random. You keep ending up around exactly the people you're looking for. And it's evolving. You're not just slipping in time.
In place
You're
2,
also moving
Uh-huh.
in space.
I
It's
said
like
it was
you're
weird.
A version of one of those TemPads.
you're the original Tempad, Loki.
With science, it's all what and how. But with fiction, it's why. So why do you need to do this?
Or the world is just...
Because if I can't save the TVA from being destroyed, there will be nothing to protect against what's coming.
If that's the real why that's guiding you, you should be able to control it.
Maybe that's not the real why then.
Maybe it's not his real reason.
Yeah.
He tells himself that, but deep down it's not that. I don't know.
Maybe for once he has a chance to be the hero, you know?
Focus in on that why. You need to save the TVA.
No.
Yeah.
I think it could be that. Wanting to be a hero.
Yeah.
He's been very intense with this mission this season. This is what it looks like when they record the moving around
Yeah.
without the
But yeah.
special effects.
You must be doing something wrong.
You're
because
lying to
it
yourself.
really feels like time slipping is the answer.
Maybe we focus on the science.
Okay.
Proposes that... What are you doing?
Science. Electrical pulses.
Well, we know that scaring is not equal to time slipping.
Okay, let's forget about the time slipping. How does science help us get to a place that doesn't exist?
Maybe it does exist. You say you also time travel in a place at the TVA, right?
The time theater, yes.
And maybe the place and time you're looking for still exists. We get the band back together. A group of people would have a collective aura unique to that moment in time.
Yeah.
We can read that aura. It would be like coordinates.
And we can use these coordinates to get back to that moment in time.
No. We don't have one of those 10 paths you talked about.
Well, can you build one? You can build one.
Without any of the knowledge of how
Do
it
you
works,
still have the
You have the
fucking book?
TVA guidebook?
it could take a whole lifetime.
Yep, he does have it.
guidebook.
That you wrote. This is gonna get interesting.
That another you wrote, not the same guy.
Technically, it's him.
What if you had that knowledge?
What's that?
You tell me you wrote it.
Never read it.
There's one on every desk at the TVA.
So I am gonna write a bestseller.
Yes. Out of necessity.
Nobody read it.
No one read it.
Let's get to work.
Shit.
That's a problem.
Yep.
Who is it?
Maybe. Okay.
Okay, guys, we're gonna have a new rule.
It's the idea to take him out of this, though. Is he gonna be able to do it? He's gonna have to, but...
Is he burnt?
Yeah, he's burnt. Who gave you the matches?
I stole them.
Give him to me. Come on. Hand him over.
What was this thing that made him a variant? I
Go
don't
get
know.
him. Come on.
Did you wish to not have kids and not be a single father?
He already has kids. You can...
Hello.
Hi.
That's the moment he was taken from, so...
You were at the shop earlier.
That's right.
Yeah. You were looking for ATVs.
The TVA.
Are you still in the market? Because I have something. I got something I want to show you. Come here.
So normal.
Ordinary wife is long gone, and I can't ride two of them.
A beautiful union of form and function.
That's lovely.
I picked it up from you.
Really are.
I'm going to tell you something that's hard to understand, Mobius.
Mobius?
Mobius, that's your name. And you belong in a place
Well,
called
this
the
is his
TVA.
real name. Mobius is the name he gave himself later.
Okay, hold that thought. I'm gonna go check on
It's
my.
okay.
I'm gonna call the police.
I'm a friend.
I'm afraid.
Yay!
My
he
God,
succeeded.
yeah.
I don't know if I say 18 months is fast.
Time doesn't matter.
19 months. I had to take a break and move out when I lost my job and my wife left me.
Oh man!
So now,
What's happening?
Oh my
I
god!
promise you this will make sense.
Good thing we have these geniuses as friends.
Reality isn't what you think it is. And this isn't the life of the man I know.
I don't know who you know.
I know you.
No.
From a place called the Time Variance Authority. You saved my life when I first arrived. I need your help to save this place. The TVA.
It is your calling.
Once told me.
I sell jet skis, man.
Trust me.
What about my boys?
They'll be fine. You can come back anytime.
Oh, you were at the shop earlier.
True, time doesn't matter. It's good not to have that, over your head. You can do whatever.
Bring you back. Your boys won't even know you're gone.
Yeah, but I will.
Yeah.
All of existence is in grave danger. And your boys are in danger too.
Such a different Mobius. I mean, when you forget you have kids, I guess that's what happens. Your focus and your purpose changes.
What were you calling me?
Mobius.
It's a pretty cool name.
I mean, that's a superhero name, you might say.
We're basically doing the Avengers assemble. We need to
This is gonna
talk.
sound strange.
Yep. Aren't you missing Sylvie?
Yep. Oh man. You need to hurry the hell up.
This is gonna sound strange. I know you don't know who
Loki,
I am.
of course I know who you are.
What?
Well, she's you. It's not a timeline she was born into, this is after the whole thing.
What exactly were you expecting? Okay, get in the car.
No, you get in the
I'm
door.
buying you a drink.
Oh, thank you.
They don't remember who they are.
And they're finally back in their real lives. That's a good thing.
Yeah, but things are disappearing.
How many, if they had a choice, would have chosen to stay? Mobius always said the TVA was the only life he'd ever known. It gave him purpose.
It was never his choice to begin with.
Mobius should have a choice now to return to the TVA if they want.
You would be ripping people from their lives, showing them something that they cannot unsee.
I mean, the best option would be to be able to come and go as they like, right?
This was
I
my
guess this all worked out.
idea
Just the way you
for a
wanted
good
to,
place,
finds
a
a way
TVA.
away. So
That
selfish.
worked.
Of course I'm selfish. I want to live. What do you want?
I want to stop He Who Remains.
No, wrong. Try again. What is it that you really
I
want?
want,
Come on.
I want,
Be honest, man, with you.
I want my friends back.
Stop being a tough nut. You just tell your feelings.
I don't want to be alone.
We're both selfish.
It's okay to be selfish here and there. It's just what you do with that selfishness that matters.
I know this is hard. But your friends are back where they belong.
But everything is spaghettiing, you know?
Where do I belong?
Oh,
We're all writing our own stories now.
this can't be over. Come on, like,
Go write yours.
is he gonna move on? Is he gonna be like, you know what, fuck up?
How can we move on? We saw her that her Big Mac just disappeared.
It did, right?
Yeah, it's not just the TV, everything's gonna disappear.
This is cool.
Yeah.
Place to chill and listen to music.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not. You're gonna have to do something because, shit. I hope she's gonna be fine. She's not gonna notice. Oh, shit. This is cool.
So, I'm guessing the TVA searched for something, right?
Oh, okay, thank God she still had this. I was like, she can't die. Her not acting led to the destruction of what she wanted to protect by not acting.
I got it wrong, all right?
Nope.
It
You
was
got it
more
right.
about what I wanted. You should go back to your sons.
You said they were in danger.
True, and they are.
Go back to your
And
lives.
Sylvie's gonna show up.
What about the TVA?
You're all just fine without
Or
it.
at least you get,
No, they
if it's not the TVA that, you know, that did this, you need to get on the problem.
The branches are dying.
So what does that mean?
I don't know, but there must be something we can do.
We can go back. We're all here. We have all the pens.
We need to read the collective temporal aura of everyone in this room on the 10.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Sylvie has one.
Any take it.
I thought
You can rob every bank you like when this is done. We need that 10 pad now.
But I still didn't
it
take
disappeared because the timeline is disappearing.
Oh no, fudge! Fudge!
Another episode that's gonna end in doom? Oh, B's gonna disappear too!
No! Fudge!
It was a fiction problem.
It was a fiction.
What are we gonna do now?
He's gonna need to find the real reason and do it like Obi said. No!
But
if
I mean,
he, if
he's
he
just
wants
like his
it,
friends.
yeah. If he wants it, he's gonna go where he wants.
There's nowhere left to go.
You know what you want. Jump.
Oh, he's trying to keep them.
Do you think that what makes a Loki is the fact that we're destined to lose?
No. Oh, thank God.
You can do this, man. You can do it.
I'm gonna save them. You're the hero. Yes.
I controlled it.
Obi being the only one that
Control your time
understands.
slipping.
It's not about where, when, or why.
Who? It's about you.
It's about who. I can rewrite the story.
I can be the hero of my own story now.
He's so powerful. Let's go.
And
Yes. Oh, yes.
oh, we can save it, guys. Yes. I love it. I love that. Finally, he has a chance to rewrite his story to become the hero that he could have been.
This is the fact that he said that exactly is what is beautiful because it's true. It's him changing things. The whole point about variance and stuff.
The fact that they said that Lokis are
destined to lose.
destined to
How
lose.
there's only one timeline, the sacred timeline, and the variants can't exist and stuff. No. For once, the solution was to go back and change things, do things differently, and he gets to be the one that does that. And in the episode, I was thinking, there's nothing more beautiful than to see a villain turn into the hero, and he did that. Like he did that several times in this show so far, but
Yeah.
this felt like a moment where he finally was honest with what he wanted. His intentions were pure as fuck. It was not even. It was like. I can't even say it was selfish at this point. It was just beautiful. Yes, you wanted to see your friends, but this isn't... What do you think heroes want, man? This is not about... Okay, some heroes, Captain America, might be doing things here and there because it's the right thing to do, and they don't think about themselves at all, but the best heroes are the ones that do things because they're human. He's not human, but because they have human feelings.
Well,
Emotions.
He's a living being.
He's got emotions.
Yeah.
You admit that, and then you stop lying to yourself and you follow that. Huh, I love that this was the point.
But you know what? I love that they technically showed us that Loki is not technically a hero. Like a real hero will be, I need to save the TVA, to save the world, to save like everyone. His reason
There
was
are many reasons.
his true reason was more selfish, like a villain, because villains are
Okay,
selfish.
if you say it like
so he wanted to have his friends back. He wanted to save his friends. So, but it is still a noble,
Kinda
a noble cause, but it is more of a leaning towards a villain side.
It's
of thing,
in this case, it makes him do the right thing, but it's true that it's sort of like I would let the world burn if it meant I could save my friend or something like that. Instead of I would sacrifice my friend if it meant saving the world. This would be the hero, the patriotic hero that we know. But in Marvel, one thing I always liked about Marvel is how most of the characters are usually humans that found a power later on in life. It's not so much that they were born like this. It's not so much that they are self-righteous.
For some characters,
most characters that we know in Marvel, at least those
it's
that
true.
were adapted.
It is true. I mean,
Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, fucking Captain Marvel, Hulk. It's all people, not Thor, but like most of them are humans or normal people that found something later on in life. So they all have their flaws and their qualities. You add to them the means to do something good. Usually it is motivated by a personal need to change things. I'll take Spider-Man as an example. He didn't become Spider-Man because he wanted to do good. He did that after a traumatic event that changed his way of seeing things. I love that's why people have their reasons to like DC versus Marvel. People have their reasons to like Marvel versus DC. I enjoy Marvel more because those are more realistic to me. They're not just people that were born to do good and they've never thought about something. I know some DC characters are like that, but from the people I know from those two universes, in Marvel, they look more human. They feel more human because they have flaws. Sometimes you can be questioning, like, are they more villains than heroes? This is more interesting to me because we can connect more with people that are not perfect. Whereas in DC, I love DC too, but in DC you have Superman, Wonder Woman, self-righteous people who do the right thing all the time.
Have you seen Superman turn dark?
Yeah, but not in the movies and series that I've seen adapted.
I remember as a joke, people did a parallel between Marvel and DC, and then Marvel. And then Marvel, sorry, Marvel. You got Thor said, do these people know that I'm a god? He's a god between a bunch of humans.
Yeah.
You know?
But
But in DC, you got Batman. Do these people know that I'm human? That I have no power whatsoever?
But I will say it's true that in both universes, there are exceptions. Batman is a good exception. Batman would fit fucking well in Marvel.
Batman is the goat.
No, but that's the thing, like, there are exceptions in both worlds. It's just the general feel I always got from the two was that in Marvel, the characters are more flawed, whereas in DC, they're more like true heroes, the heroes that we would imagine.
Where they're supposed to be, I mean, you got gods, people who were born to
do good,
have a great destiny and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But so like
usually
now that we watch this show, it's literally what I see in Marvel all the time. It's someone who wasn't meant to be a hero. He was literally meant to be a villain. They keep telling him he's meant to lose and he's meant to do bad shit. And then he changes his destiny because of stuff that's been happening to him. He chooses to do the right thing, not necessarily because it's the right thing, but because he wants to see his friends, because it's a beautiful reason that we can all connect with, because if we were in his shoes, we probably would want to do the same thing.
True.
And like the right thing would be almost doing what Sylvie said. And her variant thing was that she wanted to be the good person, the good guy. So she's saying, they belong in their timeline and stuff. This is the right thing to do. Let them be. But he was selfish. It's true. I agree. Like, he was selfish in that moment. He wanted to have his friends back, despite what it meant. taking them away from their life. He has a point though. At the end of the day, what matters, especially to me here, is that we give them the choice. To have them back with the memories of the time they spent with Loki is a good thing. But after that, it's not about keeping them at the TVA. It's about giving them the choice if they want to stay at the TVA or if they want to go back. And since we've seen their life, we can talk about them to them. We can tell Mobius, you had kids, you cared about them. So do you want to see them again? Do you want to... Except, like, I said it, I think 2 episodes or 3 episodes ago, how to Mobius it might not, like, the appeal might not be there as much because those are not his kids. They were his kids at one point, but he doesn't remember them. He has no connection to them. So to show up in their life and be their dad would probably be like stealing someone else's life.
Maybe there might be a way for them to connect with this other version of themselves, and for their memory to remember who they used to be on the timeline, you know?
I don't know. Like for characters like Brad, the appeal of the life he had on Earth and stuff was stuff. No, it wasn't like he wanted to see the attachments he had before. It was about living the life. There's so much to do in life, so you don't have to just work for the TVA. He wants to meet people. He wants to enjoy the food, the drinks. He wants to, you know, be known, have the fame, all of that. It's the appeal of a life that he went back to. It's not my whole life with my old friends and my old family. This would be harder, I think, to connect with since it's not your memories. But if the appeal of a life is something you have and you want to experience it like Brad is still a piece of shit, but if you have that same feeling, I'm all for them going there. And we talked about this last episode, how the best TVA version would probably be with people that work there but have their memories of their life and they can still go back home when they want to. And change people, like you don't have to have these people that work there all the time forever. But like you can have some people change here and there.
The fact that Loki proved to Dawn or Mobius, because same guy.
I prefer Mobius because...
Mobius. The fact that Loki proved to him that it doesn't matter how long you're away from your kids, we can bring you back at the exact moment that you left.
Best job.
Just like you never left.
Best job.
And it is true that you will know that you went away for a long period of time, but still it's not like you're gonna miss or lose your life there, so you can still, you have many possibilities.
If you're aware, you just decide like, okay, I'll go and work for like 3 months or something and then I'll come back. And then when you're ready to show up, it's like living at sea or being a fisherman or going up north to do work in the Antarctica. Like it's like working abroad or something. It's possible. And it would be so much better because we said it. The best people that, you know, that would be working at a TVA would be the people that understand what they're defending. And yeah. And I'm glad that we finally caught up. You know, Loki's goal caught up with Sylvie's goal of, you know, you keep saying you don't need a TVA, but now I'm not sure if it's the disappearance of the TVA that led to this, because technically they did say that at one point in time there was no TVA, so, and the timelines existed. So is it because they created the TVA and they connected it to the rest of the world or something that everything was disappearing? Or is there something else going on? Because the disappearance of the TVA, like Sylvie said, shouldn't mean the disappearance of all the timelines, but this is what was happening because, I mean, as a result of the explosion of the TVA. So, like, there's still, like, we need to go back, like, we're gonna go back. We need to stop the thing from exploding, and we need to get onto the specifics a little bit of what went on when it did explode, so it doesn't happen again. Because if it's something else that's going on, we can't leave that unchecked. But at least now Sylvie understands that at the very least, we need to save the TVA, or otherwise things will go to shit.
Yeah.
And we'll go back in time and meet a Sylvie who doesn't know that, but we can tell her, I've been there, I've seen it. You went spaghetti, Mom, spaghetti. I did say last week I said I was gonna make that joke. You stole it from me in the intro.
Are you sure that I stole it from you?
Yes, I'm the one who told you that. You started laughing. That means you didn't think of it.
I don't remember that I did. Maybe I'm from another timeline. I don't know.
But I'm glad that, you know, I mean, obviously we were still going to have a chance at doing things. Loki being the main character, of course, he's the one that does this. I do wonder where he picked up that power. Now he seems to be, he controls it, but like, we thought we stopped it, so why did it came back? Is it because you desperately need it to stop things so you control this? So you always had the power, or at least you kept it after the prune thing. It's just that it wasn't active, and you desperately wishing to stop this kept you there, because everyone else went back to the timeline. So like Loki should have ended up facing Thanos and dying, but he managed to stay away from all of that. So it could be main character power. It could be the power of, you know, time skipping and stuff was still there, and he stopped himself from disappearing with that power.
Yeah.
Or there's something else. Maybe, I mean, I know in the recap they said, they showed us the Conqueror saying like, everything that's been happening I've been mapping out and stuff, and I'm like, do you still have some sort of control? Did you still put in place some stuff so that everything doesn't go to shit? Is Loki your secret tool doing your bidding?
It was he who remains all alone.
Controlling everything? I don't know. It was all alone.
We don't yet, but his corpse is like moving chess piece on a board, controlling everything.
But like, I mean, main character power is a thing, but it's still weird how he was suddenly able to do that this season. So I want to know what made it possible. Is it a gift from He Who Remains?
I mean, we know for a fact that when he got...
We were supposed to stop this from
When he
happening.
got kicked out by Sylvie through the door, that power activated. Technically, when they pruned him again and he went through the radiation, it was supposed to stop.
Yeah, but it was still
So
there.
I'm thinking that the explosion with the radiation might have reactivated it, I guess.
I don't know.
It's unclear, guys.
That part
But
of the
he
story
has it.
again. We need answers to that part of the story, and if we don't get answers, I'll just assume it's plot hole. But I don't want it to be a plot hole. I want an
The
actual
power
reason.
of friendship. I need to draw a
Main character-
smiley.
No, notice.
No.
Main character power. But I mean, we have the finale now, so all we need to do is, at the very least, save everyone so that there's a season 3 possible. I don't know if they plan for a season 3, but I could see a season 3, considering that unless this moves to a movie, kind of like WandaVision moved on to Multiverse of Multiverse of Madness.
Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
The follow-up to the show was in a movie, a Marvel movie. We could move on from this to a Marvel movie. The whole war, if we can stop it from happening, this could be a movie. Or there's still a possibility for another season. So we'll see how it ends next episode. But so far we avoided catastrophe and we saw everyone's life, which is good. Okay.
I mean, some of them
Bad.
might want to go back through their life on the timeline. I mean, B25 was a doctor.
Yep.
Mobius
Had a family.
Had a family.
Obi is not gonna want to go back.
No, Obi, all his life is the TVA.
Right now,
he's meant to be there.
And even Casey,
he's a convict who escaped Alcatraz.
and he's a changed man too. The difference, the others like were mostly the same, especially Mobius and Obi. Their personality didn't change at all. Like you could have picked them from one place to the other, and I wouldn't know. Like, but with Casey and to an extent also with B25, anyway B15.
I think it was B25.
Anyway, her. Well, she was less. Recently, we've seen her more like she used to be in her timeline.
Yeah.
But Casey is completely different. So his new life at the TVA changed him, and maybe he's not gonna want to let that go. And I mean, what will he go back to? You know, if he doesn't have that the desire to steal and stuff. Like you have a new life, you have friends, like you have passions here. Like just don't change that. But it will be his choice, and that's what matters.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's it with this episode. Only one to go, and I'm excited to see how it ends and what they're gonna set up for the future.
Are we gonna save the world?
Probably. This is what they're saying, that Loki can be a hero. This is definitely happening here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
Alright guys, we're gonna see you next week for the finale of season 2.
Yes.
Bye guys.